This week I tried doing 4 card throwing tricks with an increasing level of difficulty. In the first one, I tried to put out a candle only using a plain card. And as you can see, things weren't really going according to plan. And remember, this is a level 1 trick, so the fact that I'm struggling this much with it is not a good sign because it only gets harder from here. But eventually, 1 out of every 10 throws started getting close enough for me to have some hope that I could do this. Although it didn't really feel like that in the moment. After getting super close to finishing the job, I decided to wrap it up for the day because my emotions just couldn't take any more of that. The next day, I forgot how to throw cards. So after spending a few minutes relearning the skill, eventually it happened. Now the throw wasn't as sexy as I wanted it to be, but it did the job. For the second trick, I was going to try and hit 1 out of the 2 spaces on this cube. And as always, my first few attempts were absolute garbage. But it didn't take that long for me to start getting close to the target. And the closer I got, the more infuriating it was when I missed. Oh my god. I kept trying until eventually this happened.
So let me tell you, you better sit inside.
It literally went in and out of the target. And if you think that was crazy, watch what happens next.
Look, I'm about my pledge, bitch, I'm decked up on blue bill.
Just look at where this card landed. I didn't even know that this was possible. But to me, that only meant one thing. If I could get the card stuck on a camera like that, then there was no way I was not gonna do this trick.
You better sit inside. You go to the end of the line, telling me what's yours and what's mine, but it's hard to stop the kindness.
In the third trick, I was gonna try and get the card inside that little box. And to be honest, I wasn't sure this was gonna work, but there was only one way to find out if it would. Now let me tell you, this was the most frustrating trick I tried because I kept hitting the box, but the card was just refusing to go in. I was so close, yet so far. Now I gotta admit, I started thinking this was just not possible because I was hitting the target, but it just wasn't happening. My level of frustration was reaching an all-time high. Now I don't know how many times I hit that box, but it was a lot. Lucky for me, I only had to get this right once.
Such a rush with your life playing from the stereo.
For the last trick, I thought it would be a cool idea to make a cut in a cork and try to get the card in it. And it turns out it was not a cool idea at all. In fact, it was the worst idea ever. This thing was impossibly difficult. In the previous tricks, there was always a small margin for error. Not in this one. Oh no. In this one, the throws had to be perfect. And my throws were not. There were 3 things I did way more than I wanted to with this trick. Hit the cork, hit my camera, poor thing, and pick up cards from the floor. The next day, after hitting the cork a couple of times, I had to test if the card could actually stick in there because I was hitting the target, but these cards just did not want to see me succeed. At least that's what it felt like. I failed this trick so many times that I had to take a moment to reflect on my life choices. And after doing a lot of reflecting, I fell asleep. You probably can't tell because of the editing, but there are moments where you really don't want to do this anymore. But I had a video to post, so I kept trying. But eventually I just had to give up. For the day, not the whole trick. We don't give up on this channel. Okay, I shouldn't say that. We try not to give up. One day we might, but we try not to. The next day, I had lost all motivation. I was just tired of this trick, and you can tell by my reactions. It got to a point where I wasn't even trying anymore. I was just throwing the cards for the sake of throwing them. So I made a decision. That was going to be the last day I tried that trick. If I failed, then it is what it is. But I was going to give it my best try. video for the week. I hope you enjoyed it. See you in the next one. Peace.